Accused in the disappearance of Cari Allen, Aldrick Scott is back in Nebraska, making his first appearance in Douglas County Court today. He is charged with kidnapping Allen, which carries a penalty up to life in prison. The judge set his bond at $10 million. In court, prosecutors said Allen and Scott broke up 2 weeks before her disappearance. They also found some disturbing evidence at the home.
When deputies entered the home, they found what looked to be apparent bullet holes in the bedroom door and walls that were all covered up with a gray-brown compound.
In the Army with 6
Now, so far, there have been no leads concerning Allen's whereabouts. Scott was captured in Belize last week, and law enforcement brought him back to Omaha just last night. Scott is to appear back in court on January 3rd.